This is a reading video for Soul Eater Not, plus a little bonus clips for the Soul Eater repeat, where they had two new openings and two new endings that we got to watch at the very beginning. So go click the link in the link description below to go watch my reaction, and then come back here to see my full thoughts on the Soul Eater Not and my impressions of it and all kind of stuff like that. So yeah, click away now or be spoiled if you haven't seen Soul Eater Not yet. Click away now. Okay, so like I said before, did watch the four openings, or sorry, two openings, two endings, and those were pretty cool. I liked them a lot. The first opening was very spoiler heavy if you weren't like a part of the show kind of thing, because it showed literally every single character like in Soul Eater in the actual opening, and all the bad guys, like all the good guys, all the bad guys, everything. But it was a cool setting, the whole roller coaster, like amusement park kind of thing. It was pretty cool. And then the second one was all about kind of like just like a montage of Baka walking around or whatever. But the endings were pretty cool too. A lot of sadness, like it's like a hardcore sadness in the endings. And there was one part where like it was like Soul was gone kind of thing. Like Soul opened the door and Maka was all happy to see him, and he like vanished kind of thing. It almost seemed like they're like insinuating that he died, like he's just straight dead, like he's just gone. The way it was like being like put there, but as it was, I think maybe that was when he was in the hospital or whatever, like just like recovering from the battle or whatever when he first got attacked with the black blood and stuff, when Medusa did that to him. Or, well, the Medusa did that to him after he got hurt. Anyways, regardless. So, yeah. I should have known a Excalibur spin-off would be too much. The Excalibur spin-off would be cool. Mostly, I would say, like, maybe backstory stuff, right? Like, like, in the past. Because, like, why does he know death? Why does he know all that kind of stuff? But, anyways. So, Soul Eater Not, I can definitely see why people dislike it. I said this in my reaction too, but I'll say it again here. I definitely see why people dislike it, because it seems like a very heavy genre switch than expected. Because you're going into it thinking it's like Soul Eater, and there's going to be a lot of fights and like really cool like characters and all kind of stuff. The characters are still there, but they're just a bit different, as you would expect. But there's not a lot of fights. I mean, we saw a little bit of a fight, like first episode. I'm not sure if that continues on as the episodes go on, but in my mind, for the two episodes that we saw, it does seem more like a slice of life sort of school, academy sort of life genre sort of, yeah, show, just with action here and there kind of thing. Because in the first episode of Soul Eater, we had non-stop action for like the entire episode, and then like this is like just like, oh, welcome to the DWMA, and this like just like walks around the school, meets people, orientation, leaving orientation, a little bit of a fight, which is cool, and then back to walking around with the other kids, and then getting a job, and it's just like it's just a lot of like a lot of nutting really in the first two episodes. I'm still gonna watch it on my off time. I won't record it because I definitely do see the genre switch kind of thing. It's not really great for reactions, because it's more like there's not really like wow potential or like big plot twists that like shock me kind of thing. Like it's like, oh my gosh, she got the donut and instead of the just like there's nothing like that I can be shocked about, unless there's like something really big, like just like out of nowhere. Like I said in my reaction, but there was two boys, Clay and Akane, that were following the girls around. In my mind, I can definitely see them being something like part of the princess's family guard or something like that, like trying to protect her and that kind of thing. Because they did say in the library were there to protect the girls or look out for the girls. Can't remember how they put it, but it was something like that. So it made me think like maybe the two boys are part of like her or part of Anya's family um, uh, thing or whatever. But anyways, yeah. So it does definitely seems like a slice of life sort of genre now. I wasn't really sure if I was ever told it was like they change genres kind of thing. I'm not even sure if it's a thing. I'm just like the first two episodes definitely seemed like it's a genre switch because it's not like action based. It's like I said like maybe two instances of fights. Like there was one where Blackstar punched a guy. Um, Maka did some training thing with Soul, but that wasn't really a fight. That was just like her spinning the blades around and looking all badass and such. Then there was the fight with the two bully kids, and then yeah, Well, yeah, all the animation was definitely different. Soul never talked. Soul not talked one bit. Um, he was just standing there. Really, Maka talked, but her voice was different slightly. Blackstar talked differently as well, slightly. He was drawn differently. Tsubaki talked exactly like Tsubaki would, but she was drawn differently in Will. I think her chest was a lot bigger, or whatever. It just like looked differently. Um, then what else? I think Death the Kid looked a little bit weird when he was flying by the window on the opening or one of the other. Was the ending of the opening that he was in? I can't remember. Um, but yeah, it's definitely like drawn differently than the original Soul Eater. Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just all around like different. It's almost like they just handed off the series to like a different animation company, and they just kind of vaguely got it as close as possible, kind of thing, without like getting the same animators and artists and everything um, to actually do it properly, whatever. Yeah, freaking Black Star is like overly ripped. Like it looks it's so different, and their face is like yeah. Look at their face. So look, so there's Black Star's face right there, and his like boyish like body, and then like here he is. Solid or not, he's ripped as all hell, and his face is like all different and everything. Subaki's more anime. Her head, anyways. Um, because like her body and like her clothes even like I was saying her clothes are a lot different because like her clothes like effectively cover up everything, right? But then in Soul Eater or Not there it's like open and like she's got belts and everything, like it's her different clothing entirely. um Black Star's clothes is a little bit similar. I can't really tell if it's like his top right belt thing or his scarf belt, whatever you want to call it. I can't tell if that is the same in the last one or the previous bottom picture. Um, yeah, it's just weird. It's definitely weird. But Maka seemed very same. She was like I said, the voice was slightly different, but her animation, how she attacked and moved and all kind of stuff. It was very Maka. It was like it's her. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that they got at least that down. Um, um, so try what is without going into spoilers because I am gonna watch the rest of the series. Why do you or do you know of any other reasons why people dislike it, other than like maybe the bits that I've mentioned or something like that? Is there any kind of big main thing that people dislike about it? About Soul Eater or Not? Is it just more so it's just too different that people just like don't like it? Like the main characters are not in it of the original Soul Eater. Like the entirely new characters, just like genre. Okay, it is a genre change. Okay, along with the art, I guess. All right, yeah, art was definitely different. Like I said, these two episodes, the very beginning the episodes I downloaded had so many like company logos at the start of them. Usually like it's like one or two companies at the very start, like Funimation, and then like something else, whatever. But this had like 4 or 5 different like companies like at the very start, like as their logos, two of which are the same company. But they just like animated differently or whatever. But that makes sense. Like that's how I was thinking why people dislike it so much, because it's just like a huge change from like the original Soul Eater kind of style. Um, I do hope they have fights in this as it goes on, like as time goes on, whatever. But it definitely does seem like a slice of life kind of show. Um, I have seen shows that are slice of life. Can't remember the names of them. But Dark Wolf, when he was around, he showed me some of the shows that he was watching or whatever, and those were like, I'm just like, what is this? It's like it's just like we're following around a little girl like as she's going around her like daily lives. Like it's so weird. So yeah, F Dark Wolf, or yeah, remember Dark Wolf. When I say F Dark Wolf, it seems weird. Sounds like I'm saying like F Dark Wolf. No, Dark Wolf's awesome. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely am gonna watch the rest of this. I mean, it's going to be weird regardless, and I want to see all of it to see what's there. Um, if any other characters are introduced or talk to the main characters kind of thing, and I'm a little bit interested on like where this takes place. Or not takes place. I know it's in the prequel thing, but I'm where the story goes from here. Like, is it just like straight slice of life how they go through the academy, and then like it ends like with them graduating, or at the end of the year, like there's like there's no conflict. There's no like no nothing. It's just like bullies and frenemies and like just like I don't know, because like the one cool interesting bit about the dorms or whatever is that the house mother, or the house, I can't remember what they call it, the house something well, it's not house master, she's a girl, house maiden, I can't remember what her title is. Anyways, the girl who's like, I guess, in charge of the house or whatever, it was interesting to me that you have to fight her to live there, like constantly. Like the one girl who saved the main character, she said like, if you can't fight her, like you can't be here, kind of, or something like that. Like, and it's interested me so much that you have to fight her every single day, or roughly whatever, to stay there, and you have to be on guard at all times, otherwise she's gonna like attack you, or just tie you up in like a bed sheet like she did with the main character. And it was an interesting kind of concept, because it reminded me so much of like Assassin's Classroom, where like you're just trying to constantly attack like one person or whatever. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it is different. I can definitely see why people dislike it. But I'll watch the rest of it and you know, express my feelings afterwards, after I see everything, basically. But yeah, I guess all I'm gonna really talk about. Is there anything you wanted me to talk about, about Soul Eater Not and or the Soul Eater Repeat opening and endings? All right. There you go. So yeah, real quick, for those of you who are wondering, also, next week we'll be starting Index in this time slot for the next however long it takes to finish Index. A certain magical index, sorry. Where's like the full title or whatever. Boo, Index. Yeah, so Index is going to be replacing this show, Soul Eater, for however many long it is going to be. Fridays for Patreon and Mondays for YouTube and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and this has been everything Soul Eater, basically. I've had a lot of fun with Soul Eater. It's a great series. If they ever do anything about Soul Eater in the future, I will for sure do it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Try, for helping me out with this show and everything. And I will see you guys in one of my many reactions, past and future, that you have or have not seen from me. Take care, everybody.
Something strange and coming